In this video, Yoni Mazor, the Chief Growth Officer of Getida, takes us through the basics of reimbursements. He particularly takes us through all of the ways in which Amazon sellers can lose money if they are not actively auditing their business. Afterwards, Yoni takes us inside the Getida dashboard and he shows us what it actually looks like and all of the data that it uses in order to recover money for Amazon sellers. Before we get into that, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and also make sure to grab Yoni's offer down below. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Welcome, Yoni. Welcome to the channel. Can you please introduce yourself and tell us how do you help Amazon FBA sellers?
Hi, Sophia. Thank you so much for having me. My name is Yoni Mazor, as you mentioned. I'm the co-founder and chief growth officer of Getida. How do we help Amazon sellers? Pretty simple. Our mission is to help Amazon FBA sellers get the maximum FBA reimbursements that they're eligible to receive. I'm going to share more about it during the presentation, but yeah, that's in a nutshell who I am and what I do.
Thank you so much. So let's then get into it. What are reimbursements and when are sellers entitled to reimbursements?
Fantastic. So welcome to FBA Reimbursements, FAQ, Frequently Asked Questions. So a bit more about Getida, by the way. It's if you're wondering how to say it, is it Getida, is it Getida? It doesn't really matter. It's an acronym. It stands for Get IDEA, which is Get Intelligent Data Analytics. We like to see ourselves as a global leader in FBA auditing and reimbursements because we can cover you globally. So if you sell on Amazon United States, Amazon Canada, Amazon Mexico, Amazon UK, or EU, we can help you with FBA auditing and reimbursements. We won the Gold Award from the American Business Award for our dashboard technology. We have a team of dedicated team of claims specialists. A big part of them are former Amazon employees who used to work on the FBA reimbursements department. We do track and monitor our recovery rate. It's over 75%. So for every 4 cases that we open it for you, more than 3 cases should be get reimbursed. Also, we were very proud of hosting a lot of Amazon seller events, much as like this one, or sponsoring and helping out with the Orange Click channel. So make sure you subscribe and check out the other videos. But if you want to learn about more events, you just visit getida.com/events. And we do have a podcast show. You can visit getida.com/podcast and check out the episode we did with Augustus Kligis. He's the head of Orange Click channel. Really cool episode, really cool guy. You should check it out as well. And also, we like to make our solutions affordable for sellers of all kinds and any stage. You can be a brand new seller, or you could be a big aggregator doing hundreds of millions of dollars. It's free to join Getida. It's free to stay with Getida. We only charge a fee based on recovery, and it's 25%. That's it. That's a little bit about us. If you're wondering where you can find us in the Amazon App Store, which means we're an authorized solution provider by Amazon, which means we have a commitment to you guys, the sellers, but also to Amazon to make sure that we're terms of service compliant, data security, private policy, and everything like that. We have to perform on the highest level. And then you can also find us in the Amazon SPN. And now, before we go into the overview of the reimbursements, I have a surprise for you. I got some updates and announcements for the marketplace. Effective April 1st, okay, this year of 2022, Amazon is going to start telling you that this is what they're going to do. Check it out. If you send canceled or deleted shipments to Amazon, right, to FBA, your shipments may be rejected, or your ability to send Amazon FBA additional shipments may be also suspended. Okay, the following actions lead to additional processing, handling, and rerouting on FBA, right, which can delay the receipt of your FBA inventory as its availability for sale. Okay, so this is what you cannot do anymore. You cannot delete shipment plans after you approve them. You approve the shipment plan. Whatever you're telling you're gonna ship, you ship. You don't mess around. Okay, all misrouting shipments or sending incomplete shipments, right, such as shipments that are canceled or deleted status. So let me give you an example. Typically, you want to ship 1,000 units to Amazon. Amazon tells you, okay, split it into 4 places. And one of these places, maybe it's gonna be only 8 units from the whole 1,000. If you're like, I don't want to ship 8 units, just create a whole shipment. So you're gonna cancel that shipment or delete it. Amazon says no more. If we tell you 8 units to that place, it means 8 units to that place. If you're gonna mess around with the algorithm, they're gonna start striking you. So this is the warning. This is the message. Now you know. So be very careful. Make sure you act professionally with this. Take a quick notice on the. It's an interesting date, April 1st. This is not a joke, guys. Though I don't think it's gonna be a joke. If you're gonna mess around, Amazon's not gonna be kidding around. So make sure you'll be a professional when it comes to shipments, and don't mess around with it anymore. Of course, you can read more about what's in the message if you need. Okay, the second message that I have for you guys, it's actually more of a positive message. Amazon had just announced very recently, since recording this video, They call it, the Amazon New Seller Incentives Program. Okay. Long story short, if you open your Amazon Amazon account during 2022 this year, and also created brand new ASINs that are never sold before on Amazon, you could do this in the Amazon US, Germany, UK, EU, all in Japan, basically almost across the board of all the Amazons. So Amazon's going to give you a 5% bonus up to $1 million on your revenue. In other words, if you generate $1 million on your brand new account with brand new ASINs, up to $1 million, they're going to give you 5% bonus. So usually if you're selling on the 15% selling rate, right, selling fee, so you're supposed to pay them 150,000 in fees. You're only going to pay 100,000. $50,000 we're going to go back to your pocket as a bonus. So this is a message from Amazon. They want more sellers. They want more ASINs and more selections, and they're willing to pay you very, very nicely back a bonus in order to do that. So good news. If you just started your Amazon business this year, or if you want to expand, even if, let's say you're selling in the US and you want to sell in Europe, or you're selling in Europe, you want to sell in the US, and you open a new account in those marketplaces and new ASINs, you got it. Amazon's going to reward you. So it's good news for you guys. I would highly suggest that you take advantage of it. And the 50,000 that you hopefully up to 50,000 that you save. By the way, it doesn't have to be even 50,000. Let's say you did the whole year, 100,000 revenue. Your 5% will be $5,000. So keep that in mind. You got 5% up to $1 million, which will be up to 50,000 in savings. Okay, so take advantage, take that money. If you make more profit, great. Or you can keep investing into the business. You can invest more in product launching, PPC, whatever it is that you need to keep moving your business forward. Questions on this, Sophia?
No, I like that you kept it balanced. You give us one news that are not as good and one news that is good. So that's good. And definitely I also am looking to expand. So this is something that I should keep in mind. It should happen this year.
All right, guys. So now this is the overview. So we're asking before, Sophia, what to do with Getira and FBA auditing and FBA reimbursements. So and how we can help. This is a quick overview of it's like a bird's view of the name of the game. You have all these types of issues you got to look into. I'm going to start with the basic one, which is FBA inbound shipments, right? FBA inbound shipments. You got 6 months to audit it. So you shipped 1,000 units to Amazon. Amazon, instead of receiving 1,000 units, they only received 190. You have 6 months from the moment they got delivered, right, to reconcile that. After 6 months, even if those missing 10 units, if they owe you money for it, they're not going to pay you. So it's very important to remember and understand that there's a time limit, okay? You don't have all the time in the world. So you're running against the clock, all right? So on shipments, you have 6 months. And then once your units are already received by Amazon and it's sitting inside their warehouses, that's when more things can happen, okay? Basically, these two things can happen, right? You can have issues inside the warehouse where units get lost or damaged, right? Also between the warehouses, because sometimes Amazon might ship your products from Kentucky to California or from California to Nevada. All these things, you have lost and damaged units, right? If you're in Europe, it can be from Liverpool to Manchester, Manchester to London warehouses, same thing. Or if you're in Europe, if you're in Germany, I'm trying to test my city knowledge, right? They might shift it from Berlin to Düsseldorf, from Düsseldorf to Munich. These things can happen, right? Your units can get lost or damaged. So you have 18 months to look back and find these issues. Okay. Also between the fulfillment center to the consumers, but also from the consumers or customers back to Amazon, which is all the refunds. Okay. All the FBA refunds, things that you don't usually enjoy, the refunds. Besides being a refund, which is an issue, you have these refunds who don't even come back to Amazon's fulfillment center, all these units. So you got to be on the lookout for that as well. So you got 18 months. And also from the warehouses, from the fulfillment center back to you, the seller. If you do a removal order, let's say you told Amazon, hey, I want my 1,000 units back, and Amazon, instead of shipping you 1,000 units, they only shipped you 190 units. So you got to reconcile that as well. In this case, you actually have 18 months. Okay, so this is the bucket of 18 months. This is the bucket of 6 months. And then we have another interesting bucket called weight and dimension fees, or overcharging of fees. You got 3 months. And what does it mean? Let's say this is your product. It's a phone cover. It's less than 6 ounces and less than 6 inches. They're supposed to charge you $3 every time they pick it from the bin. They package in a box. They ship it out. They're called pick and pack fees. They're supposed to charge you $3, but the data is incorrect. They have data inside their system that is saying it's 6 pounds and 600 inches, and now it's bigger and heavier than it actually is in their system. So they're charging you $10 a unit. So they're overcharging you $7 every time you sold a unit. So this is the weight and dimension overcharges. You got 3 months to get your reimbursements, your refund. So this is a high-level overview that we get to look into on behalf of the sellers. The sellers actually need to be on the lookout for themselves. So here's kind of more information about the rules of this game. Amazon will automatically reimburse the sellers for all these issues, and they need about 30 days for that. After 30 days, they tell you, the seller, you need to look into your account and audit us and check. And of course, if anything was left behind, we're gonna give you, open a case, we'll review it, and we're gonna give you a reimbursement / a refund. That's when we can come in, Getira, as a solution to help the sellers if anybody ever needs it, right? Because sellers, they're confused. You have a look back of 6 months, 18 months, 3 months, right? You got to use all these data points, all these databases, and cross-reference everything and find the issue. That's just one complexity. The second complexity is opening cases with Amazon, explaining it to them, manage all of them back and forth until there's a resolution. So this is kind of a quick overview of the name of the game. And now, if you want, we can kind of do a little demo and show you guys a little bit of visit to Getira, how it feels and looks like once you join Getira. You want me to do that, Sophia?
Yes, because I understand what it does, and I think it's really cool because it sounds like a very big pain to do it by ourselves, because you have to audit Amazon. That's crazy. It's also a lot of data. But I wonder then what Getira looks like. So please show us.
Okay, everybody, welcome to the Getira demo dashboard. It's called Getira demo, but it's actually based on real numbers. So once you log into your Getira account, it's gonna, by default, it's gonna go to this area called dashboard. And in the dashboard, you'll see the past 30 days, what's going on. So you see this is from 28th of February all the way to 28th of March. I know in Europe, you have different ways to do the numbers of the dates. So I just want to clarify that. You'll see we opened 139 cases. Our recovery rate is 100%. We got over $1,400 already. These are the case IDs. This is status of each one. If we want, you can go back, let's say a few months here. Let's say, I don't know, let's say like May of last year, whatever it is. You can click here and you'll be able to look back to see what's going on. So you see here, we opened on 130 cases. Our success rate was 88%, and we got more than $27,000 back just from this account. Now, any cases that are relevant to shipments, or they are about a shipment, you can just click here, and it's gonna bring up those shipments that have a shipment ID involved with them. Okay, you'll be able to see it like that. And then over here, you see that we're still looking into $28,000 worth of issues. So already cleaned up 27,000. We're still looking at 28,000. So you get full visibility of what's going on. All the cases that we open, right? What's the status of each case? Did it get paid? Did it not get paid? How many cases we open? What's the success rate? But also what's coming next. We're still digging because every day that goes by, more transactions come in, and also other transactions come out because things start to expire, or we already get you a recovery. So things always keep shifting and moving. So it gives you a high level overview of what's going on the dashboard area. That's fine. Next module that we have is inbound shipments. I want to jump into that and show you around. Okay, so shipments, we have this module. So remember we had the dashboard as just overview, but we have a special dashboard just for shipments. So over here, you can see every shipment that you have, and then you can start prioritizing things. So if you want to reconcile it and take care of it, you can just maybe go to potential value. You just click that and say, hey, these are the shipments that are worth the most. This is $2,000 worth. This is $1,700. This is $1,715. Then if it's already shipment status, it's in review and there's a case open, you'll see the information. Okay, if there's what's the status of each case, it gives you a full, real-time visibility on every shipment, which is pretty unique. Over here on the left side, it just gives you a general overview of the account itself. There was almost 8,000 shipments open since the beginning of this account, since the beginning of time. Shipments that had issues about 2,000. It shows you about 25% of all the shipments have an issue for this specific account. Shipments that we reviewed were 992. And shipments that had actually claims so far are 418 shipments. Okay, that's just general overview. That's fine. Now we have more things to look here in the middle. So if you see, there's about $46,000 of shipments. Before we had, remember in the dashboard we had about 28,000. That's for all the stuff that's like 18 months back, right? That's in 28,000 plus the shipments are another 46,000 that we're looking into. Okay, so if you click this 46,000, it's going to give you an Excel sheet, which will give you all of this, an Excel sheet, right? Every shipment, what's going on. Now, in order to reconcile these $46,000, there's two types of documentation Amazon will need. Okay, this is the first type, and this is the second type. I'm going to start from the second type just to keep it simple. The second, this type of a document is called POD, proof of delivery. Amazon wants you to provide documentation to them to prove that your inventory really was delivered and received by Amazon. So typically it's a bill of lading that it has a stamped bill of lading. That stamp usually has Amazon's information and logo. You can email us this document, and then we're going to provide it to Amazon. And for 354 shipments, that's what they need. That's fine. The second type of document that they will need, this can be included with the proof of delivery or separate. Sometimes you just ask for that and not the proof of delivery, which is okay. They ask for POP, proof of purchase. So exactly, let's talk about it in a minute. But look, once again, you have POD, proof of delivery, or POP, proof of purchase. If it's a proof of purchase, you have two options. The first option is an invoice, okay? But if you're a private label seller and you have brand registry, instead of an invoice, which discloses your supplier, maybe you don't want to do that for whatever reasons, or maybe you are the factory, you don't have an invoice. So, but you have brand registry. So instead of that, you can give them a packing slip. See over here, a packing slip. So if you want to give them a packing slip instead, you can just use DocMaster. We have a system built into the dashboard called DocMaster, which helps you basically set up a packing slip so you can provide it to Amazon. So this is a brand new innovative tool that we actually have a patent on it. Okay, so if you want to use the DocMaster tool, you could just click log into DocMaster. I'm going to click on that and we're going to log in and we'll take a quick look. Okay, over here, just put your PIN number to get into the system. And over here, you'll see that you'll see all the shipments. And the shipments will be from the ones that are about to expire all the way to the ones that have more time. So we can prioritize because you want to go back and catch the ones that are about to expire. So you can click the shipment. And all you have to do is, only once you have to do this. The rest of the shipments you don't. But the first shipment you do is a setup. This is the template. You put your company information, the same as it appears on Amazon on your Seller Central account. So if you're not sure where it is, you should visit Amazon Seller Central account store and take all that information. What's your company name, which country, which address, just put it in. It's fine. And the second thing that you put is your logo. You put your company logo. And then you're already going to have all the information from Amazon regarding the shipment, including the ASIN or whatever. But also, if you need to update the quantity, by the way, so this here says 144 units, maybe you only shipped 140. So if you can click edit and check and make sure it's 140. So make sure you will check with the warehouse and your team, you know exactly how much you shipped. It's your last chance. Okay, and then you put your first name, your last name, your signature. You click create packing slip and you're done. Then you have a packing slip. And a packing slip is, I want to make sure that people understand. A packing slip, all it is a simple declaration of ownership. Okay, you're saying this is my company information. This is a shipment. I own this shipment, which you do, right? You're the brand, you're the owner. And that's it. And you sign off on it. This is what Amazon wants. They want you to take responsibility, say, yeah, I own it. No, nobody else owns it. It's very technical. Okay. So of course you can go back, you can go to Excel and set it up for every shipment. It's all good. But instead of that, we created a whole workflow for you to make sure with a few clicks you have it. Okay, so after you do the first shipment, you're gonna click on the second shipment. And once you're inside the shipment, all you're gonna have to click is one button, create shipping. All the information you had already on your company information logo will be there already. And all you gotta do is click and you're done. So you can click all these within maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You can have hundreds of documents set up for you and that are ready to help you to reconcile all your shipments on Amazon.
Clear. And would you say that is there the inbound shipments, is it where a lot of the problems reside? Can you find a lot of money to reclaim there?
Honestly, it depends on the sellers and their fulfillment centers and their team and Amazon's team. It has a lot of variables, but yeah, I mean, it can be substantial. Listen, it's enough that you had a shipment of $10,000 or $100,000 that had an issue. It got completely lost, and all of a sudden, boom, it's a major issue. So make sure you have all your documents in a row. Every shipment that goes out, make sure you have packing slips available and proof of delivery, POD. Now, if you're using Amazon's partnered carriers, UPS, FedEx, all these companies, you don't need a proof of delivery because they already have the tracking. They know what's going on. It's only if you use an outside provider, you're going to have a proof of delivery. Okay, that's one thing. But a proof of purchase, for the most part, Amazon will probably always need it from you. So you have your invoices ready, or if you need a packing slip, you just log into a Getida, your DocMaster, and boom, you have it with a click. So it saves you a gazillion amount of hours and headaches, and it puts it in a way where Amazon can understand what's going on, all the data. Because you might go and give them an invoice or a packing slip and create it in a way where they don't understand what's going on, and they're just going to deny your issue. They're just going to say no. So you spend all this time and money, and then you're not getting what you owed. Okay, that's kind of the idea there. That's how we're able to kind of help streamline this whole process. Okay, guys, now we did the inbound shipments, the module. Now it gives you visibility what's going on. And we had a few processes that help you to streamline the whole headache. That's fine. The next module that we have is a pick and pack module. Okay, remember when I said you have 90 days to go back and recover anything that Amazon overcharged you with fees? So we have this module here. All you gotta do is, if you have very little ACEs, you can go here and say, hey, this is the dimensions and this is the weight. So let's say you have incorrect data here. Your length is actually only 5 inches and your width is only, let's say, 8 inches. and instead of being 18 pounds, it's only actually 9 pounds. You can change it, click save, boom, it triggers our system. If we find that Amazon is overcharging you, we're going to take action, and we got to accomplish two things. The first thing we got to accomplish, make sure that, change the data so Amazon stops overcharging you, so you save all this money going forward. That's great. And then we're able to go back 90 days to get your refunds for everything that happened in the past 90 days. So if they overcharge you $10,000 or $100,000, that's what we're going to get for you in 90 days. If in the whole year they charged you $100,000, and the past 90 days only charge you $30,000, we're going to get you $30,000. 70,000 are gone. So I recommend checking on this every 3 months. That's my recommendation. That's the second module that we have. And then, of course, if you have more than Amazon store, many aggregators do, you can just click here and you can add as many stores as you want. Okay, US, Canada, Mexico. Okay, as many as you want. So you have one login, and then you can scroll between the accounts. Okay, we work with a lot of agencies, a lot of aggregators, and that's usually what they do. And that's pretty much a high-level overview of the Getira dashboard. So hopefully you found it useful. And now we're going to go back to the presentation. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the demo time, Sophia. I hope that was good. Let's kind of do a quick recap on everything that happened, okay? High-level statistics. We find that the FBA discrepancy rate on an annual basis could be between 1 to 3%. So if you're doing $1 million a year, 1 to 3% could be 10 to 30,000. If you do 100 million, it could be 1 to 3 million. Everybody here watching this, they know their own numbers. So if you do 100,000 a year, okay, it could be 1 to 3,000. Another way to look at it, Sophia, is like this: for every 100 units you ship to Amazon's fulfillment center, between 1 to 3 units will experience all these issues. Might get lost, damage, destroyed, refund issues, overcharges of fees, shipments. Okay, that's how it works. The second thing is we showed there's up to 18 months, right? So it's 18 months, 6 months, and 3 months. So do not miss out. And of course, if you open cases with Amazon and Amazon needs more documentation information, make sure you give it to them. And of course, if you need help with documentation, feel free to connect to Getira and use us as a tool, as a service. We'll be happy to help. If you're wondering what other things, or if you maybe why you're gonna need help with auditing, this is further things we look into. I just talked to you about the basics, but there's more things we look into. There's many other very small variations that you gotta look out for. So if you're looking into this and this looks foreign to you and not familiar, it probably means you're still leaving money behind.
You got me thinking about it because I never opened a case on Amazon for anything related to inventory. And also I don't have Getida, and you say it's kind of common actually. So I definitely need to look into this.
Yeah, we'll be happy to help. So here's one thing I want everybody to understand. We encourage you, the seller, to do the maximum you can do to get all the money you know how to get. That's great. And then we can come in, whatever you left behind, we'll catch it and bring it back to your pocket. And only if we're successful doing it, only then we're going to get rewarded, because we only charge a fee based on the reimbursements we get for you. So let's say you got everything that you owed. We come in, and the next 30 days we get you $100. We're going to charge you 25%, which would be $100. And then the next month we get you $0. You pay $0. So it's really based on maximum impact and value. Basically, you get money that you never expected ever had. Okay. Now here I want to quickly touch a case study about the financial impacts. What the positive financial impacts of getting all the money that you owe to you. Okay. Now we have here an $18 million seller, sold about 300,000 units for the whole year. 9,000 units got affected, got lost, damaged, destroyed, shipments disappeared, all these issues, which is 2.8% discrepancy rate. We helped the seller recover $151,000 in reimbursements, which helped the bottom line by almost 11%. Because before Getira, the profit was 1.3 million, and then we added 151,000, and boom, the bottom line increased by 11%. This is financially showing you the bottom line results of getting money never expected to have. You go back 18 months, you get this wave of money coming in, boom, you have more profits in your pocket. So this is one layer of impact. Here are two more layers of impact. The first layer is if you're just trying to sell your Amazon business. If you're trying to sell your Amazon business, whoever's buying your business, they're buying your profit. So every dollar that you add to your profit is going to get a multiple. It can be a 3x, 4x, 5x plus, whatever it is. So let's say in this case, you get a 5x multiple on your business. It's 151,000 times 5. All of a sudden, it's worth $750,000 on your way out when you make an exit. Boom. Financially, you made an impact. And this is one of the few things you can do to your business when you're trying to sell that doesn't cost you anything. It's one decision you made. Let me connect to Getira, for example. We're going to go back 18 months and flush you with all this money, profit, right? Which you're going to get a multiple. You don't have to invest more into sourcing or launching or PPC ad spend, none of that. So it's one of the most proven ways on your way out when you're trying to make an exit to get a higher number of total value, because you're going to get a good multiple. Now on the other side, if you're buying an Amazon business and whoever sold the Amazon account to you, this account, for example, you're gonna go back 18 months and you're gonna get $151,000 in refunds and reimbursements. Boom, you have a better return on investment, better ROI. So a lot of these aggregators are very sophisticated. They buy your Amazon business, they go back 18 months with us, for example, Getira, boom, we give them back money that the sellers left for them. So this is a financial game. Depends which side you are. Make sure to be on the right side. If you're selling, make sure you're getting it before you sell, before you sell. And if you bought an Amazon account, whoever sold it to you wasn't professional enough to get everything they owed, you get that money. Okay. So the best player hopefully will win this game. We do have a recent case study of this is from the Getira dashboard. We got $163,000 back to the seller very recently, and he got a 7x multiple. So 7x times 160 is almost $1 million extra that they got because of all the refunds and reimbursements that we got for them. Okay, maximum impact on a financial level. And we did prepare a small offer, a special offer for the Orange Click members. If you want, you could just gonna get $400 in free FBA reimbursements. Okay, this is a guarantee. If you're watching this and you connect to Getira, just visit getira.com/click with the KLIK. The first $400 will be free. We're not gonna charge you a penny. It might take us a few days or a few weeks, but you're gonna have $400 more in your pocket. After $400, if you want to leave us, you can leave. If you want to stay, you can stay. Whatever it is, we're happy to help you. Okay, so this is kind of hopefully it will add some more value to you guys. And that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. This is my direct email. It's yoni@getira.com. You can also visit the website. We have a nice team, support team and sales team and a chat. We're just here to help, and I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you so much, Sophia. Questions?
Thank you. You were really effective. You answered all of my questions already. The only thing I was wondering is there any business that is too small to start using Getira from your point of view?
Not really, because it's free to join. We're ready when you're ready. So we have cases where people, before they even ship their first shipment, they're already connected to Getira. So once the shipments hit Amazon's fulfillment center, we're already there. They have one less thing to worry about because, there's so many things to do when you sell on Amazon. You got to have a good grip on it, at least on the auditing side, which auditing is always looking to the past. The sellers always looking to the future, sourcing, launching, selling, advertising. That's a real
It's easy
business.
yeah.
Yeah, so you don't want to look back. Well, I'm going to stop everything, look backwards. Nobody has time for that, but that's actually our pleasure. We're like archaeologists. We always look into the past. We come with our toothbrushes. We brush the sand, and if we find a golden coin from the Portugal Empire, we put it back in your pocket, and only if we put it back in your pocket, we're going to get rewarded. So that's kind of the partnership we were able to develop with the sellers in the past 7 years. We're doing this since 2015. So yeah, that's kind of the idea there.
You should use the archaeologist metaphor more times. Made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Cool. Then thank you so much, Yoni. The offer will be linked down below and all of the ways to get Getira as well. So thank you for your time, and we talk again very soon.
Thank you very much. Take care, everybody.
Thank you so much for watching today's video with Yoni from Getira. Once again, do not forget to grab Yoni's offer. The link will be down below. Also, do not forget to like and subscribe to our channel, and we have another video about reimbursements for you. You can watch it right here.